We will also look at limiting width. Limiting width, that is the mid width, the minimum width, and the maximum width. Okay, some page will expand and shrink to fit the size depending on the user's screen resolution. In such designs, a minimum width property is set. Okay, it's set so that it can be displayed on the browser window if the window or the screen size is small. And the maximum width also property will what be set so that when you have a higher device with a larger screen, it could still fit in to stretch on the browser window also. These are very helpful properties to ensure that content of pages are what clearly are legible for everyone to read, whether you are using it on a smaller screen or on a larger screen. I'm also going to give you an example of a maximum width, okay, to ensure that lines of text do not appear too wide within a big browser window. And then you can what also use a minimum width property to make sure they do not what appear too narrow because of the minimum width that has been set to it. Okay, I'm going to give you an example in my browser so that you can see what actually occurs, okay, when I increase or decrease the size of my window. Okay, this is the example we are going to use. Okay, this is the example we are going to use. There's a table row, there's table data, and this has an image. Apart from the image, it also has a description. It also has another data, which is what, let's say the price. So all these three are on a row. This is in the HTML code, and this is the CSS code as well. Let's go into our text editor, so I'll explain the code and I'll try to reduce the size of my screen to see how it's actually going to appear. This is my HTML code. Okay, so the table row, the table has three data. So this first data, second data which is the description, and the third data, and then the row will end. Okay, so that is for this. I'm going to the CSS to, I have to take this. There's no class called description, and then let me save this file. We save it CSS. So what I've done is that I've given my table data a minimum width of what 450 and a maximum of 650, and I've aligned the text to the left. I've given it a padding and a margin. So I'm going to my browser and I'm going to refresh, and this is what is happening. This is my image, this is the description, and this is the price area. Let me reduce my browser window so that we can actually see what is happening when we reduce it. Now you can see that it is actually showing clearly. It's actually showing clearly the full text. You can actually see what is happening. It is shrinking the size so that it will actually show the minimum. Okay, so it's still showing everything clearly. This is the price, that's the description, this is the image, and then when I widen it also, it's going to take the width that has been specified for it.